Stream has been hit. Let me grab my notebook in case we need it. It says we are live, but I have no picture. Waiting for the pic. Hey, there's a picture. Now we just need some friends. And we'll be in great shape. We just need some friends. And, okay, it is Friday. Oh, we have friends. Look, they're coming.
Hello, friends.
Hi, everybody. Sanic is first. Lily says good morning.
Hello.
Hey, Saroj is here early. And Bethany's here. And Coral Creates is here. And everybody else says hi, hello, hi, good morning.
Hi.
Hey, Scott. Hi, hello.
Hello.
Hello from Houston. Good morning from Dalton. Frankie says good morning. Dragon Fruit says happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Whoops, I missed Gail. Hold on. We must say what Gail said. Gail says, good morning from California. Fabulous farter on Friday. Looking forward to seeing the progress of this piece.
Thank you.
You sound tired. I am exhausted, and I will tell you why. It is glorious. We are totally caught up on orders from the poster sales.
Yes.
Totally.
Donna and
100% caught up.
The last 2 weeks.
Oh my God. We worked until 8 o'clock last night because we could see the end coming. And we were like, we need to get them out. And then I drove them all to the post office this morning already before the live because I was like, they're going. So Lily says, yay, good job, Tom and Bethany. Thank you. Oh, we're so excited. The Tom Animate says, hey, yo, it is I, one of Scott's Lay Epic fans.
Well, hello.
Hello Flower asks, can I get some tips on markers?
Yes, there is a video on everything I know about markers. That will literally tell you everything I know about markers.
I live in England, so it's 3 p.m. for me, but I guess good morning for you. Well, Just Bunny, cheerio, it's tea time. And I have 3 cups in front of me, so let's have some tea together. I finished the recycling poster. Thank you so much for the ideas, says Liquid Cat.
Oh, that's great.
Kit Kat says hello from Ohio.
Hello.
No Name says hey from Scotland. How is it in Scotland? Ellie Park says hello from Korea.
Hello.
Kimiatsu wants to know if we bought anything in the Amazon Prime Day sale.
No. I never been one for Prime Day sales. So no, I did not.
What's your favorite tea? My favorite tea, right? Well, this morning's tea is the Knightsbridge blend from Harrods. And that is one of my favorites. It is 9:06 in the morning. Hi from Ontario. This is my first time on a live. That's Bee's Creations. Eva says, have been here since day 1.
Welcome.
We're happy you're here. Oh, Milam Photography says, good morning. My poster just came in today.
Oh, that's
I'm
great.
So excited. Yay. Good morning from a road trip to Myrtle Beach.
Ooh, fun.
How pretty is it in Myrtle Beach? I've heard it's lovely. I've never been there. Always wanted to go. I'm a beach girl. I want to be with my toes in the sand. Are we able to sign up for the Discord later today then? Okay. You're going to have to give us a couple days, okay? We worked from...
I mean, surely we should be able to set up a way to where people can just get in a little easier rather than having to wait 6 months to get in.
They're not waiting 6 months to get in. It's just been a couple weeks because we've been busy. Good morning from Chicago. Haven't been here in a while. Got uninterested in art, but I'm back. That's Thomas.
Welcome back.
Shai says, you guys do so much work. You're amazing.
They do.
Indeed, we did. What happens if someone says something inappropriate or says a slur? Well, then they get kicked out and banned. We don't do that kind of stuff.
Are we talking about the Discord or talking about this?
I don't know. In general, It doesn't matter where you are. You're going to be banned and you're going to be kicked out. Because we don't play games like that. And everyone
Are you asking for somebody else or yourself?
They just said, might I ask what happens if...
Blow dryer.
Oh, wait a minute. And my answer to that, regardless of who it is we don't play. Ooh, hello from Wales. Oh, Harim, I love tea too. It's my favorite. Oh, good. Axel body spray. All right, that's funny. Okay. We have got friends here from Australia and Serbia. And I'm Axel body spray, which is kind of funny, says, I've never been able to catch a live before, but I'm so happy to watch.
I'm happy here too.
Dalton's parents just got them 2B Creative sketchbooks as early birthday presents.
Oh, that's great. Those are my favorite.
We have an Ellen here. We have hellos from England. Hi from
Hello.
Wales. The Dragon Mama just got posters too. They're in North Carolina.
Oh, that's great.
Nighthawk, I love your new short. Ethan, hello from the Philippines.
Thank you. Hello.
Let's see. Oh, Erica's here.
Hey,
Says,
Erica.
good morning, dear friends. Big hugs. I have a long weekend off for my birthday. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday.
Erica. You deserve a long weekend off. You work very hard. Let's see. What are your favorite colors?
Payne's Gray.
Mine is cobalt blue. Scott, rate gouache out of 10.
Rank gouache out of 10. 7.
Let's see. Let's see. There has been Red Bull during the shipping times. Is Scott restarting the painting? No.
No. This is the other side. So this is the one side I started on. And
3 days ago.
I haven't decided. Yeah, so I'm 3 hours into this. I've done two 90-minute things. And I haven't decided how much detail I want to add, how much impressionistic kind of splots of color I want to do. I definitely want to add some fun, harsh outlines, but I also have to add some subtleties and whatnot. But I thought, let me just take a break and come over here and work on the other side. And just like with like the lesbians, their hair is connected. So I'm going to transition I'm going to give her purplish hair and have it be really curly
pretty.
and whatnot. And then it's going to come and then it's going to flow into the blue hair here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hello from Myanmar. Hello from Colombia.
Hello.
Hi from India.
Hello.
I'm currently watching this as I paint with watercolors. Kind of feel like I'm on an art tea time. Oh, that's Yuna. Yay! This is already so good. Happy to be able to join this stream. Haven't been in a while.
Welcome.
I was refreshing the page looking for the live, but I finally found it.
Well, I'm glad you did.
Hi. Oops, the chat jumped again. Let's see, where was that one? I can't afford expensive art supplies, so I like to use digital art. You really inspired me to be a better artist with your art. Thank you so much. That's Kit Kat.
Oh, that's great.
Laughing emojis. Oh, I thought he was restarting it. No, this is 7 inches wide and 30 inches long.
It's a scrap piece, scrap piece of paper, and
from the Guild.
Yeah. And so I just thought I would just play around. I'm not taking this piece very seriously. I am just trying to have some fun.
Scott has made comics with his own art. He made the Dreamland Chronicles.
Yes. Not with my painted art. I mean, I've tried, but I could not get work doing that.
Let's see. Okay, for those of you asking for tips on specific things, there are videos on everything I know about watercolor, everything I know about gouache, everything I know about markers. So check those out first, and then if you've got specific questions, we will be more than happy to answer. But those are very high level, like it'll give you a really great idea of all of the things. Let's see. Hello from South Australia. I love your
Hello.
videos.
Thank you.
Scott is afraid of making mistakes every day, but he pushes through and does it anyway.
So what has helped me with being okay with making mistakes is two things. One is learning that mistakes happen, and or even just days where just your art isn't good. And then once you start to be kind of just like, okay, well, it happens, and you don't take it that seriously, that helps. And then the other thing is learning how to fix the mistakes. And I've made so many mistakes that I now know how to fix them. So I kind of have those tools. What?
I said a lot of them you've made live.
Oh yeah, I kind of have those tools in my bag, so to speak, of being able to go, well, if something goes wrong, I know I could just whip out the gouache or whip out an eraser or pull out another piece of paper or whatever. So I know how to fix it. And then the other one is, well, if things go horribly wrong, it's just a practice piece. And I'll be okay. But I'm sorry, I guess maybe that would be a third one, is to make 90% of your art that you make should be practice. So you're not putting that kind of pressure on yourself to make a masterpiece with everything. This is a practice piece. This is something I'm doing just for fun, because I just wanted something to do, and it's a scrap piece of paper. And when I did the Guild, and I did the Gothic Vampire, I did the Dragon and Centaur, those were art pieces. Those were pieces that I wanted to do for myself. Those were pieces that I wanted to look good. And I messed up on every single one of them.
But you were able to fix it.
And I was able to fix it. But those are the ones where, had I not been able to fix it, had things just been, there's really nothing I could do and I have to throw it away, I would have been very disappointed.
Okay, now that you've been very verbose, let's answer some more questions. Do you just have a video on inking?
I have a short on inking.
Okay. So Utkarsh, check out the short on inking, but I think people really would like to see a video on inking. Maybe everything you know about inking.
I don't know enough, so that's why it's a short.
Ah.
I've only been
You don't
inking.
think you know enough?
I really have only been inking for a short time, and I don't feel like I know enough. Not compared to the people who do it professionally.
Okay. Favorite meme? We don't have one. Our sons are into memes. We are not. And I don't get it. But I'm 54, so
Donna's favorite meme
I'm
is
allowed.
the
No, it's not.
the little dog guy sitting surrounded by fire saying it's fine.
Is that a meme?
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be my favorite meme then. Yes, that would
this is fine.
100% my favorite. It's accurate in everything I do. Like, that's me. I'm the dog with the coffee cup. This is fine. Everything's fine. Let's see. Okay, Call Me Monkey says, I don't really have motivation to draw or paint anything. Any tips on how to get motivated?
Yes. There's a video on should I make art as a career, and I would look at that. But the long and short of it is,
It was a short. Get it?
it's a video. But the long and short of it is, I am a gamer. I've been playing games all my life, and in the last, I don't know how long a video game's been around. We'll say 50 years, 45. Well, we'll say 45 years. I've never had anybody have to motivate me to play video games. I do it because I love it, and
I've love them more than me.
I've also never had to have anybody motivate me to make art. I do it because I love it. So if you cannot get your motivation to make art, it might be because either A, the art that you're making is not really something that you want to do, the medium is something that you don't like, your subject matters, or art just isn't your thing. At least physical art. Maybe it's digital art. Maybe it's writing. Maybe it's dancing. Maybe it's music. But if you need somebody to motivate you for it, that might not be your thing. No one should have to motivate you to do something like art. It should be something that you do because you love to. People should be trying to get you to stop making art because you spend all of your time making art. So it's a point of self-reflection, really. Is this really something that, if someone needs to motivate you for it, is this really something that you need to be or should be doing? I hope that helps.
Question for Scott. How did you get work before you were well known?
I got into video games early on, and I basically did that. I did animation for TV and film. Started up my own animation studio, and that's where the work was. It wasn't what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do was comic books, but there was work for, and good pay, and a little bit of job security, at least for a while.
For 5 seconds.
Yeah. And that's it. I think that's what artists need to do is find where the work is and take those jobs, whether it's graphic design or YouTube even. But I mean, I have no desire to be a YouTuber. This is not what I wanted to be doing, and but it's currently where the market is. It's where there's a what?
I'm just reading comments while you're.
Sorry.
You're just very long-winded today.
All right,
so
blow dryer.
I'm just laughing. I think there are videos on hair. I think there's a video on hair. I know there's a ton of shorts on hair. Did you ever do a video on hair?
I've done.
Or are there just shorts?
No, just 3 shorts.
Okay. So look for the shorts on hair. Hi from Nepal. Hi
Hello.
from Iran.
Hello.
Bryson is laughing at me. Is that a meme? Okay. You know what? I'm going to remember that, kiddo. Remember that. Don't be laughing at me. Let's see. Do you feel awkward when you, there was a question about, do you feel awkward when you are painting and you leave the Hobbit hole, and it jumped in the chat, so.
Yes, I do.
Why don't you talk about what you do to mitigate that?
I have a short on that. And it is, I wear headphones, so I don't have to get overstimulated. I also dress up to make me feel happy.
More confident.
More confident. Mm-hmm. Just more
handsome.
Yeah.
He dresses to look more handsome. Do you ever draw for hours and end up with nothing? I have to work 6 days a week and feel like I'm not making any progress, but I am getting things done from time to time. That's Kaylin.
I don't like working on big pieces like this. I'm 3 hours into it. I mean, I do from time to time, but most of my art is 90 minutes or less. So I don't ever get set in a position where I'm working on something for hours and I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere, because I don't like that. So even like when I do something like The Guild, that is, I'm going to finish one little character and I'm going to move on. Or if I'm doing something like the Dragon or not the Dragon and Centaur, but even the Dragon and Centaur, I would say, okay, I'm going to finish the Centaur's face today, or I'm going to do a little bit of the eye today. But I've got it plotted out on how long it should take me. But honestly, I really think people need to stop trying to do big pieces until they are really confident in all of the aspects of making art. So you make a bunch of little pieces to feel confident to make the big pieces.
Does everything I know about markers cover knowledge for acrylic markers also? P.S. Greetings from Finland.
Oh, well, hello. No, it doesn't. I don't talk about acrylic markers. Acrylic markers, for me, are just
They're
used
dead to
for
you.
outlines and designy kind of stuff. They don't blend very well, and I don't recommend them as an art tool. Now, if you're doing like anime or very, again, designy kind of graphical stuff, they're great. But I just like I was watching Mariah Elizabeth was painting on top of like little sculptures, and I could see it working for something like that.
Colleen is dealing with wildfires.
Oh no, Colleen.
Yeah, and is not really contained. We will cross our fingers and hope that that gets better for you. It's by her camping property.
Oh,
Yeah, uh, fires are not something to mess with at all. Is Lego considered an art medium?
it could be. It really depends on what kind of art you create with it.
Lily watched Animal Crackers yesterday, and it was so cute.
Oh, thank you.
Can you explain how you paint and blend paints while doing gouache? Because I am not able to do it with my hemi gouache. Do you talk about that in the gouache?
Yeah, yeah. Look at the gouache video. But essentially, what you're seeing me do right now is I'm kind of treating it like very opaque watercolor. So I'm doing a lot of blending and whatnot. But then you'll see, like when I was doing the '90s, I was doing very opaque swatches of color, and I was very kind of using broad brushes and whatnot. So
Painterly strokes.
yeah, it just depends on how you want to do it. For some reason, with this piece, it's coming out a little more realistic
Yeah, you were not happy about that.
than I
for some
normally
reason.
do.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna kind of see where it goes.
Okay. What's your favorite medium?
I think watercolor and ink.
Do you like learning about history?
It depends on the context. Like, I wouldn't want to take a class on it, but if someone says, "Hey, did you know?" then yeah, I don't mind it.
What are your favorite snacks for a road trip?
Ooh. Um, Licorice.
Got another person asking for a video on inking. The Dragon Mama says, I'm trying to stay positive. Where I went to art college lost its accreditation and shut down.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry. Let's see. There's a video on faces and mouths and like noses and eyes
People.
and stuff
There's a
like
video
that.
on
Yeah.
people.
So check that out. That'll help you with that. Let's see. We need a video on hair at the least. You guys are funny. Let's see. How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. I'm really just noodling. I'm not forcing this piece. I'm just kind of just saying, I think I want to just sit here and just spend time on this eyeball. And I just kind of want to play around and see if I like it. And I'm seeing what happens with it.
Will we get an Octo series this year?
I don't think so, because we will be in pre-production on Animal Crackers 2.
Let's see. Yeah, Jenny, I can't do anything once USPS has it. There's been a lot of regional weather delays for stuff in Texas and for the South. So anything that goes through the processing centers that head through Texas, we can't do anything about that. I know they're doing a lot of rerouting. I just talked to one of the guys, who's literally on the dock of the post office this morning. And they're having a heck of a time with moving things around and with the weather situation and everything. So, yeah. Scott went to Academy of Art in San Francisco. Yes, the chat is in slow mode. It just gets rid of all of the spam bots so that you guys can actually ask your important questions. And we want to answer those and not deal with spammers. Because that's not fun. Let's see. Those lips are better than my whole art career, says Raymond. So funny. I think it's awesome you worked in the game of life. What are some of your favorite games?
Thank you. Let's see. Well, I love the Zelda games. The Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I play Overwatch 2 with my son. And that's about it. I mean, I've got games I loved when I was younger, like Street Fighter and Yar's Revenge and Joust. And
those would all be so archaic right now.
Yeah.
These kids would look at them and go, what is that? And how did you like that? So funny how far technology's come, you know?
Yeah.
So you don't like being a YouTuber?
I don't hate it. It's just not.
It's a lot, guys.
Well, yeah. I mean, but it's not something that I ever wanted to be. So like I don't feel like, oh my God, I've arrived. I'm doing what I want to be doing. This isn't it. So there's that. There's I was born in 1968, and I grew up.
My God, you're old.
I grew up wanting to be the artist on Spider-Man, and I got to do that. And then I decided I wanted to make movies, and I got to do that. And I want to make more movies. I really enjoyed that. And I also like writing books. But I don't like the YouTube thing because I don't like to be the person in front of the camera. I don't like to be the center of attention. It's not conducive to my personality. I'm a very introverted person. So that's the thing. It is very difficult to be in front of the camera and to be the
personality.
Yeah, the star of the show, so to speak. And so that's really it. It's nothing. I don't have any. I'm not upset at YouTube. I don't have anything against people who do like YouTube. It's just not. It's like I wouldn't want to be a Hollywood star.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't want to have to walk the red carpet and do those things, and I wouldn't want to be a musician up on stage. And if it happened, that would be my answer to that. Is they would be like, I can't believe you don't want to be. You're a star in a movie, or you're up on stage and all these people are yeah, but I don't. That's not something that works for my personality.
Some people are really good at it, and some people like the attention, and there's other people that don't.
Yeah.
And Scott has never been an attention-seeking kind of.
I like to use Ian McKellen. Like I remember getting an email from Ian's manager saying it was like 2020. He was turning 80, and he was like, it was the pandemic, and he's like, he's so lonely. He loves to be in front of an audience. He loves having.
He thrives.
He thrives being around. Like, can you send him just a little letter and this and that and that. So I sent him a painting and some animal crackers but when you meet him, his eyes light up. He loves to be around people. And I am the opposite. When it's time to leave a group of people, that's when my eyes light up. I get to go home. I get to,
I can attest.
I get to go back to the Hobbit hole. And
then when he's in the Hobbit hole too long, he complains, I need to get out of the Hobbit hole.
Yeah, not to meet people, but just to get out. But yeah,
that's it. Do you have any jewelry that is important to you, like a necklace or a ring?
Oh yeah, the bracelets. I made a short about that.
Your wedding ring is unimportant?
No, this whole thing, I've had this for 31 years.
See? Do you see how I'm dismissed in this world? Sniffle. Sniffle. Una says, I just wanted to share that stumbling into your channel is one of the best things that happened in my life. Your channel is kind of like that cozy and warm corner where you're welcomed with tea and cookies.
Oh, thank you.
That's very sweet. We're happy you're here. How do you have a consistent style? I always seem to struggle on keeping my art style consistently, and I really want to draw with a mix, cartoony and realistic. I know it seems weird, but I need tips. That's officially Brooklyn.
Well, I'm going to pause for a second, and I will ask you a question. Let me hit stop. So we have this. We've got, this is colored pencils. We have I did this. All right. We have this style. We got this style. We got this. I can show you a dozen different styles that you can see with my art. You know, you've got this style, and then you've got this style. I don't have a consistent style. I'm constantly trying different things. And I haven't even broken out the markers. Look at my markers drawings. I'm trying different things every time. You may see something in the way I do my hair or the way I do the outlines. Those are not styles so much as just little markers, if you want to call it. Not like acrylic markers. I'm saying like a marker of things. And you're seeing little, oh, he puts an outline around his stuff. Or, oh, he does the hair like this. But I don't really think that's a style. I think those are just little elements that I've taken from other artists. And if you look at the short, My Art is a Mosaic,
Yeah.
you'll see that
Is that a short or?
it's a short.
Oh, okay.
You'll see that I'm borrowing from artists that I like little of those markers, little of those
Snippets.
elements. And that's really it. Now, do I draw eyes a certain way that people can tell? I'm sure I do. I can't see it. Is it something in the way that I paint my skin tones? Probably. But that stuff you don't know that you're doing. You just don't. And the
Really?
way that... Yeah. I don't go, oh, it's time to draw eyes the Scott Sava way.
No,
Oh,
but I
it's
mean,
time to paint the Scott Sava. I don't have a way. It's just like the way that you write. Do you write a certain way? Or do you just make your S's and your L's the way you make them? Or do you have to say, time to write an S like Donna Sava writes an S?
I never thought about it.
Exactly.
But I do write differently depending on the pen that I use.
Yeah, that's the
So
same thing with the medium. What I'm saying
Okay.
is that, but you don't consciously make your handwriting a certain way. You just write how you write.
You're right.
And,
Depending on the okay.
and that is based on, I write my L's because when I was a little kid, I was taught
Yeah.
to do it this way. Or
Yeah.
I always liked the way this person did their S's, and so I adopt that when I was in, 8th grade. But now it's just second nature to you. So like, I
Right.
don't know why I draw. And maybe a little bit, like I can go back and like, My Art is a Mosaic and
I
say...
just always thought it was a conscious thing. You're like, I'm going to do this. That's why you're looking at me like I have a third eye in the middle of my forehead. But really,
That's nothing,
seriously, I always thought it was a conscious thing.
No, I'm sitting around and I'm playing around. And if...
But there's a consistency to your art that it looks like
I don't
something
see the
you would
consistency
do.
because
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
I'm doing is...
No, but it's a great way to relate it though
is
with
a
the
little
writing.
different. Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
no, it's a great way to relate it. But.
Yeah. but that's really it. Is there is a the more you make practice art, the more you steal from other artists. You learn from them. You borrow their technique. The more you're going to develop your own unintentional style. But I don't see my style. Like I said, I could see some of the obvious ones, like putting an outline or the hair, the muka hair. Like I could see some of that stuff. But if you're talking about anything else, no, that just comes from. That's just how my hand works. That's just how I'm doing it.
Let's see. There's a couple of really good comments here. This is Funky Frog Bait.
Blow dryer.
Okay, maybe we'll wait on that. Okay. Yes, I unmuted you. Fellow neurodivergent here, are there certain things that can be overstimulating for you? For me, it's loud things, cleaning, something not organized, page flipping, and hello from Missouri.
Oh, hello. Yeah, there are so many things that I'm discovering. So, yeah, loud noises definitely.
Oh boy, yeah. Smells.
Smells, yeah. Just, I think the feeling, like if something's not feeling right on my body, whether it's clothing or I'm not feeling good or something like that, like I hyperfixate on that, and that's all I can feel. But also texture. There's certain textures that I don't like, and repetitiveness. I don't like.
Why would you marry me?
I know.
What the heck was wrong with you?
I didn't know. I was undiagnosed.
I am
didn't
the
know what
queen
autism
of the
was.
12 days of
I
freaking
know.
Christmas, dude.
Yeah, I hate that
He
stuff.
cannot stand repetitive, and I'm the queen of repetitive.
Yeah.
And yet, you want to hear something funny? I could tell Bethany the same story 26 times over the last 3 weeks, and she'll listen to me every time and smile at me every time. Why can't you be more like Bethany?
She loves you more than I do.
Well, that's apparent.
No, I just, yeah, I can't stand, hearing the same story again. Like I've heard it once. I'm good. I've absorbed it. I got it. I'm good. And so, yeah, there's so many. Everybody's different in each way.
You have to learn how to mitigate the issues. Like if loud noises are a thing, like whenever we leave the house, I always ask Scott, I'm like, did you bring your headphones?
Yeah.
Did you bring, and he always has a pencil and a piece of paper in his sketch wallet. So that helps him distract as well. Emmy says, are you excited for Animal Crackers 2? Hello from LA.
We are. Thank you. Yeah, we are.
We're excited to pivot.
Yeah, we've been waiting to make a movie again for so long, and it's just so nice. Yeah, it's so nice. So we're very excited, and we're doing a lot of paperwork, a lot of legal stuff, and then we start in like September. I start writing again.
Lily says, Scott, I showed my diehard Hobbit parents your Hobbit hole, and they are jealous.
Oh.
Hey, they can make a Hobbit hole too.
Yeah.
They can turn their bedroom into a Hobbit hole.
They just need their very own Ron and Steven.
They do. Yep. Let's see. Caspar David Friedrich, Dalton. That is who painted it. Let's see. You're cracking Bryson up when your wedding ring isn't important. Funny. I'm back a little bit in the chat. I'm a 12-year-old fan from India, and I love your art.
Oh, thank you. And I hope you're having a wonderful evening.
What is your favorite part of using gouache?
My favorite part about using gouache is I can experiment, I could play around, I could just throw some colors in, and it's they're like nothing is consequence. There's no consequences to it. Whereas watercolor, I have to get it right and I have to do it in the right order. Otherwise, it's too dark, or it's or something isn't right. I remember there was a piece I did recently. Remember where I tore it up because I went in too dark.
Mm-hmm. You were not happy.
Yeah. And so I think that's it. Like right now, I'm just playing, and there's something fun about that. I'm just going.
I'm having fun.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm not really obsessing over all of the little. Like nothing is finished right now.
Yeah.
The downside of gouache though is the long ugly phase. Whereas with watercolors, I get
You recoup
my
it real
inks in
fast.
really quick,
Yeah.
and you know it. And then the
Yeah.
watercolors are just kind of very light and flowy. But I like both.
Yeah.
And sometimes you want to really just sit and paint the little specks on a tongue or something like that. And
Oh
sometimes
yeah, that's the first thing I say. I want to wake up this morning and paint some specks on a
sometimes
tongue.
you do and sometimes you don't. And
Is that when you turn the painting around and paint the other side?
that's when I like again I very rarely will work on a larger piece like this. It's just I'm just taking my time and if this turns out to be a 10-hour piece, that is 6 lives.
Yeah.
This is our 3rd live.
I know, and you're
So-
not even close.
But for the most part, 10 hours isn't a lot of time for a 30-inch by 7-inch piece. I'm just taking my time, and I think it feels like a lot of time because that piece will take me 2 weeks because I'm going to work 90 minutes 3 days a week. And there are some people who will sit and work 10 hours straight.
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of attention span for something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So like right now I'm going, okay, I think I want to fill in the hair. Like I'm not going to finish this yet. So I'm going to just grab my larger paintbrush.
What now? Why did you do this? You did very specifically took the pencil with the other one, and you drew the lines in the hair. You remember that?
Yeah, because I needed to figure out how the hair flows. This one is Afro textured hair, which is I don't need to worry about the flow right now. I just want to get the shape.
And then you'll go back in with the texture?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because I've done this kind of hair recently a couple of times, I kind of have it in my head. Whereas if you remember the photo reference, okay, let me.
Oh, the baby squirrel's back.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God, how cute! There's this baby squirrel that walks in front of the doors to Scott's office. It's
This is the
cutest
photo
thing.
reference for the other one.
There was no hair.
There was no hair, see? And so I had to design it, and that's why I started with the pencils. The photo reference for this one is, let me... Come on, there you are. I'll cover her up, but that's the photo reference of this one.
Okay. Thank you for that. We have to be a little careful. Well, we shall. Yes, Donna is allergic to cats, unfortunately. But I never met a baby animal I didn't like. Oh my God. Scott sent me a video the other day. It was the cutest thing I'd ever seen in my life. This woman is in a hammock and she is holding a baby donkey.
Oh,
And the baby
gosh.
donkey is asleep and snoring. I thought I was going to die. It was so cute. I was just like, OMG, that is the
I
cutest
swear
thing.
it sounded like it was purring.
Yeah, yeah. Sound asleep, little snoring baby. And she's hugging this little baby donkey and scratching his chin and his neck, and he's snoring. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. So cute. Bryson. Bryson's on fire today with the replies. You guys are funny. Patricia says, for the art style debate, I always recommend not seeing your art as inconsistent, but more like able to adapt to different situations and methods. I feel like this mindset can be helpful.
Very good. Yeah.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah. Oh, this person, I can't read your name. You are in different letters than I read, and I apologize. On Tuesday, I found an old fountain pen that my father or grandmother probably used, but it had no ink, and the nib was old and a little broken. And today, I found another one in almost new condition. That is super exciting.
Great.
Yeah, that is super exciting. You should clean those and use those because you can easily fix, even though the nib is broken, you can, if it's a good brand of pen, you can easily put a new nib in there. Oh, I love it when you do purples like that for hair.
Yeah.
I know it's going to come out so pretty. Oh my gosh. You really have a way with the texture of hair.
I think it's fun.
Well, yeah. I mean, those who can't grow hair like to draw it, so
Yeah.
we'll cut you some slack. But I do love it when you do textures of that. Let's see. Oh, No Bad Journeys just ordered the paintings, the Alliance, and the Guild. So excited. Biggest fan. You got me into art.
Oh, thank you.
That's so great. I mute the blow dryer so you don't have to hear the whole thing of the blow dryer.
There's a lot of people wearing headphones that
Yeah.
are sensitive to noises too.
Yeah, so we do that.
Speaking of posters, there are how many of the Medusas left?
Not many.
Okay.
Not
Can you be
many
more
at all.
specific?
No, I can't be more specific because...
Is it more than two?
Yes.
Is
more
it
than two
less
and
than
less than
100?
50.
Okay, less than 50.
I
Okay,
think
that's
so.
all I'm...
Let me look. Just hold your horses. Yeah, actually 46.
46. Okay.
Medusa.
There are 46. So if you wanted a Medusa poster, you have, I don't know, a day or two until they're sold out.
Yeah. Pale Spider says, my wife and I tell each other to go get kidnapped and get some new stories. Okay.
That's great.
That is relationship goals right there. Oh my gosh. That is relationship goals. Let's see. Oh God, so funny. Any advice on how to start taking art commissions or what to look out for when starting to take art commissions? Any advice on pricing, talking to customers, etc.?
I do have a video on pricing, or short on pricing, but what I would say is you're going to want to make it affordable as possible. And the way that I do it is this is how I price my art is I give myself a dollar per hour number. So let's say it's $100 an hour. And so if I spend an hour and a half on something, it's $150. And that's pretty much, if you look at my prices on my website, if I did something on a live and I put it up, it's $150. If because if it's 90 minutes, $150. If I spend 2 hours on something, it's $200. And I think that's a good way. And maybe if you're just starting out, you make it $50 an hour, and or you could even do it at $25 an hour. And really, it's just a matter of you tell people. if I spend, I can do this much. You show them samples. This is what a 2-hour piece is. This is what a 4-hour piece is. This is what an 8-hour piece
Samples
is.
are important because people don't visualize well.
Yeah, and so they know what they're gonna get for the amount of time.
Yep, that's really important. That's smart. Samples are really important.
Okay, I need to blow dry this.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me mute. Okay, go ahead. He is not painting anyone in particular. They are just photo reference that Scott found. Also, I'm going to just take, because I know you guys are going to ask, on the resources page of the website, there's a list of how he finds his photo reference. So we'll just talk about paints really quick. So watercolor is the most transparent, and then you'll go up to gouache, which is a little bit more opaque, and then you'll go to acrylics, and then you'll go to oils. And Bethany, correct me if I'm wrong, in order of transparency. Scott likes watercolors. He has a certain style that he does when he does watercolors, and then sometimes he likes to play around with gouache. And so today is one of those play around with gouache days. Have you ever tried to paint on fabric? I'm trying to find materials for painting a shirt right now.
I didn't paint on fabric, but I
drew
with fabric markers on the back of my denim jacket, and I did like Batman on it, and that was fun.
I've painted on fabric before. There's a specific kind of fabric paint that you need to use, and there's multiple kinds of fabric paint. There's puffy paints, and there are flatter paints, and you just need to figure out. It would probably be good for you to go look at the different kinds of paints, or Google the different kinds of fabric paints and see what you like for what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Back in high school, Tori wants to know if you worried you would not be good enough at art. I always have a fear that no matter how much I practice, I will not get to the level I want to be at. Any advice?
Is every artist at every stage of life, and that is just called being a human.
Yeah.
We are always looking for the next thing, and we're always wondering if our art is going to get better. And my art has gotten so much better over the last several years because I've been painting so much.
Yeah.
I think 16-year-old me would have been astounded at how good I am. Yet 55-year-old me is still going, I am nowhere near as good as my contemporaries or my idols, and I'll never be good enough. And because we keep moving that bar,
the needle,
it's never good. But that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing because it means that we're pushing ourselves. But it is something that we have to, as rational, as someone who's kind to ourselves, we have to say, I know I feel this way, but I'm going to enjoy the journey where I am. It's good that I'm going to push myself. It's good that I want to be better, but this is where I am in my journey.
And that's okay.
And that's okay. And that is the constant thing that we're constantly doing. It's and it's the same thing that I've been going through in my journey as a human being, which is saying I've accomplished so much in my career. I've been a video game designer. I've been an artist. I've been a writer. I've been a movie director. I've been I got to do Spider-Man. I've done so many things. I've gotten a chance to travel. There's a part of me that's going, you know what? You're doing good. You did good. But there's another part of me going, I want to do more. And I see people who are content in life. I see people who are, they're just happy with their lives.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy.
Going to a job and mowing their lawn and doing their everyday.
And me, I'm not. I'm like, I want to be doing this. I'm tired of, and I have to keep going back and forth with myself of going, you live in a hobbit hole. You're married to the love of your life. You have two great kids.
Yeah.
You've got a great career. You're healthy. What more could you want? And so there's this constant battle
push-pull.
with being happy with what you have and content with where you are, but also wanting more. And it's not wanting more from a greed point of view, other than wanting to do more. You only get one life. I want to do as much as possible.
Yeah.
And I think that's the same thing with our art. It's I'm content with how far my art has improved, but I still want to learn more. I still want to get
always
better.
Room for improvement. Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's a balance.
It's a balance. It's just I wish there was an answer, because I haven't found one, of how to be both content and
looking forward
and desiring of getting better and of doing more and whatever it might be. I don't know what the word for that is, or if there is. I'm sure some psychiatrist or psychologist or some Buddhist monk somewhere came up with the word for it. But that's really what I'm looking to find, is how to find that, just be in that place where I'm thankful and grateful for all I've been able to do, and for who I am today. But I'm looking forward to the future, and I want to do more, because I only get one life, and I know I could be better as an artist. So just real quick, this is, I'm not, you notice I didn't finish the face, not even close, and I just decided I'm going to do the hair. And then rather than going back to the face, I'm like, I think I'm going to do the background. And some of that is just following where my attention is. I just didn't feel like focusing on that, or I feel like I'm not going to get a good idea of the skin tones until I can feel it with the hair behind it. You know, like it's. And so I think sometimes you just want to fill in the shape so I can see it for what it is.
No, that's a great explanation. Those are the kinds of things everybody always asks about. How does he know where to put what colors, and how does he know what to do? That's great. Thank you for actually, I appreciate that. Let's see.
I got to blow dry.
Do ya? Okay, go ahead. Let's answer a couple of quick questions. There are no plans on doing another big painting right now. This is just for fun. Animal Crackers is the movie that we made. Came out in 2020 on Netflix, and we are looking to make another film soon. We're talking about Animal Crackers 2. We do not know. Most likely Scott will be the one doing a poster for that. I don't know what that looks like right now, because we're not there yet. So as soon as we get everything, we have to finish one phase before we can do the next phase. Right now it is the get all the contracts nailed down and the money ready to go phase. And that's a pain in the tuchus. But that's what we're doing right now. And then we worry about creative next. I do like otters. Sea otters are my favorite. I also like grizzly bears. Actually, all kinds of bears. I don't know. Pick an animal. I like all animals. So there you go. I don't know what part of the cats I'm allergic to, but I don't tempt fate.
I'm allergic to their attitudes.
Yeah. Well, they're like, is it dander? Is it saliva? Is it? I don't know.
Blow dry. Oh, can you get me some?
What do you need?
More water. This one is all purple.
I can't. I absolutely can't. Don't blow dry on beef, because they're gonna. Yeah. Okay. Just give me a second. Oh, gross, dude. That's nasty.
Yeah, it's bad. Oh. Well, it's a fun little piece. And I want to see if I have the. Oh, we get the other one. same. This is the same model. You can kind of see the size. You can see the size. Let me go to here. Well, it is all the way out, isn't it? I was showing them the difference as kind of the same model, almost the same pose.
Oh, yeah? Let me see. Oh, yeah. I remember that one. I love that piece. That is a really beautiful piece. I just love how you do the hair like that. And you guys know I am not often complimentary, so we can keep his ego in check, but I love that piece. I just like that one a lot. You need to. You're welcome. Okay. And here is specifically a little, did you go out or go in?
It was already out.
Oh, okay. For Bryson, the stage manager says hello. Let's see. I love painting. I know from watching you paint with gouache has finally helped me seeing the difference in skin tones. It really made the concept click in my brain. Thank you very much.
Oh, great.
That's Colleen.
Great.
When will we get another Donna day? Oh God, Donna needs a break. I don't know, but Scott needs to finish painting this, don't you think, before we get another Donna day? Hey Scott, I saw you and Donna noodle around with those fountain pens. That simply made my day. You have no clue. I did a bunch of funny arm wiggles while watching.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, I am happy that made you happy, because I never know if I'm boring you guys or not. I know everybody comes to see Scott paint, but he has never drunk paint water. He has almost put his paintbrush in a cup of tea, though. Random fact from Gail: Alex, an African gray parrot, was the first non-human animal to ask an existential question. Referring to himself, he asked, "What color?" Because parrots are so smart. Yeah, they are so smart. So smart. And they have a lot of pressure in their beak so they can crack open nuts and things like that. Always just gets me. Is this piece going to be a poster when it's done?
I don't think so. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing any more posters. Mm-hmm. This is just a little practice piece for fun. But then again, so was the transgender and the Medusa.
Everything
and
else,
yeah. So you never know.
Never say never. What is your favorite candy flavor? Blue raspberry or lemon?
If those are my only...
No, like blue raspberry or lemon. Just pick your favorite. It's cherry every time. You like cherry.
Yeah, I mean, I really, really like wintergreen too. And I like cinnamon. So...
Cinnamon. Ugh. He likes the most potent cinnamon. Like, it burns the cinnamon he likes. And I'm going, how do you eat that? I don't understand it. We are in the United States. Our mods are worldwide. Oh, did I tell you Dana Mercury was here?
No.
Oh, say hi, Dana. Let's see. Let's see. I'm scared of 9th grade. What if I'm not good enough? 9th grade is serious. I have to think about my future, and I'm not sure what I want to do. Any tips?
Yeah, I mean, what we told our boys when they went to 9th grade was to be yourselves. I know it's hard because everybody's trying to be cool and everybody's trying to be adult. Mm-hmm. And the best thing you can be is yourself. Find your people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
find
your
other
people
who are also not afraid of being themselves. Mm-hmm. It's so, like I look at pictures of me trying to fit in and trying to be cool and failing miserably. It's
me either. I didn't fit in either.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's hard to believe, but I did not.
You're gonna be great. You're gonna do fine.
It doesn't feel like it right now, but you're in the best time of your life to figure out the things that you like. You don't have to know everything right now. You have time to figure out what you like to do, where you want to go with your life, what direction you want to take. Try everything. Try art, try music, try drama, try sports, try whatever your heart desires. Try that.
There were so many things in high school that I learned that I still use to this day, like typing. I took a typing class.
Yeah, I should have.
And I could type really fast now still, you know? And and it's funny because back in 1983, there was no computers, so it was a
typewriter.
It was a typewriter, and it was just like, you know, who's going to be using a typewriter? But it was just like, it was just a skill that I decided. Like you had to pick something. It was that, and I think I took sewing. And
seriously?
Yeah, I learned how to use a sewing machine, but you know, that I never used again, whereas the typewriter.
And that would have come in handy for cosplay, dude.
Yeah.
Luckily,
but I mean,
know how to do that, but still.
The cool thing is you can take classes, and that's the other thing. In college is the same way too.
Yeah.
You could say, you know what, I want to learn how to dance. I want to learn how to high dive, you know, or whatever, and you could take a class on that. But I think you look at it as a chance to experiment, you know, to try different stuff. Take drama class, take a track class, take, you know, like do the extracurricular activities and whatnot.
Just try things on and see if they fit.
Yeah.
And if you have a group of people that you don't seem to mesh with or who aren't nice to you, they're not your friends. Move on and find new people. You're just in such a great part of your life. It's so I know it's kind of scary. I get that, but it's also so exciting, you know. And trust me, from my age, looking back, it's just such an exciting time of life. Tori, Scott had an art block time of about 10 years, and there is a video on that, a short.
I don't know if I did a video on the art block. We've talked about it, but I don't know if I've ever...
Okay. Let's see. Do you think you would do acrylic paints again?
I'd never say never.
Yeah. And happy birthday to One Up Girl.
Hey, One Up Girl.
We're happy you're here. Let's see. Do you have any advice from drawing with a black ballpoint pen, especially with shading? Didn't you do a video on ballpoint pen?
I did a short on that.
There you go.
I drew Captain Jack Sparrow.
Okay. Hi, Scott. I'm late diagnosed autistic with CPTSD. I've recently met a love of my life. How was your autistic dad experience? What challenges did you face?
Well, I was a dad, but undiagnosed. So please keep that in mind. But I found that I was very driven to make sure that my boys didn't have the same hardships that I did. And I didn't have a hard childhood, but I guess we were a bit more helicopter parents. They like to tease us about that.
Yeah, every day.
You know, we were a bit more helicopter parents because it was just, I remembered all of that little stuff that was difficult for us.
And we tried to mitigate for our kids.
Yeah, we tried to mitigate. So I don't know. I mean, every parent is different, and I don't know. I think had I been diagnosed earlier on, you know, I think we would have
done some things differently.
Done some things different, you know, but
for sure. But you know, in hindsight, I think for all of you kids out there, I want to say this too, because I'm looking back at 54 and I look back at how I was parented and I look at how I parented my kids. And your parents are doing what they know best with the limited experience that they have. Nobody comes out with an instruction manual. Here's your baby, and here's an instruction manual.
Yeah.
It's not like that. You're all flying by the seat of your pants, trying to do the best job that you can for your kids, or at least you should be trying to do the best job you can for your kids.
Yeah. I tell my mom, I said, you tried to be a better parent than
Your
her
parents.
mom was, you know? And her mom was trying to be a better parent than her mom was. And I'm trying to do the same thing. So,
Yeah.
you know, if I say, well, I don't want to do this because I'm not going to parent like this because I didn't like this as a child. And now with everything I know, I know that this would be better for our kids. That's the same thing that our parents did. And I think that's what you want to do is...
Let's be careful. Not all parents try to parent better. So
of course not. But you have to assume that. Is what I'm saying,
We're going to assume that most parents want to do better than how they were parented.
Yeah.
So Dana says hi. And her only meeting today got canceled, which can I just tell you how lovely that is? Boy, I'm not a meeting kind of girl. I love it when meetings get canceled. Woohoo! There is the corner of shame, and there is a whole stack of paintings that Scott didn't finish. So
And never will.
Yeah, they just kind of sit there. Glimmers of hope in his eye. Dwight says, hi, Scott and Dawn. I really love the timing of your live streams as you guys always go live at night in my time zone, which is perfect because Scott is super comforting and relaxing. Yeah. Unless you live with him. I'm just kidding. But I'm here all week. Hey, Lula's here. A good Friday to you all. And I hope your cup of tea is exactly the temperature you like and your day is eventful, exciting, and absolutely wonderful. I will go with that. Cheers to you, friend. Hey Kay says, you guys help me understand that art doesn't have to be perfect. I had an art teacher that wanted me to redo an entire background of a painting because it was too vibrant. LOL.
Wow.
Oi. Perhaps they were trying to teach you something that they were... I got nothing on that one. I'm sorry. Let's see. Anushka just graduated high school and is about to enter university. I love art, but I'm going to study biology due to family. Am I doing the wrong thing?
No.
There is no right or wrong.
There's no right or wrong. I have a friend of mine who is a professional illustrator, one of the most popular comic book artists in the world, and his parents made him go to nursing school. You don't need to go to school to get better at art. You can take it as an elective. You could take it as a secondary thing. You could do it after school, whatever you can do. If it's a passion, if it's something you feel really strongly about, you'll find time for it.
Yep.
You will. But there's never a too late, ever.
No. And there is no reason why you can't, in between your biology classes and math and everything else you're going to take a little sketchbook.
Yeah.
Sketch in between classes. Sketch on your lunch break. And I will tell you this, which you may tell your parents, there are studies that show that kids who do art, any kind of art, writing, drawing, music,
are 97% cooler than other kids.
Okay. No. When you use both sides of your brain, the analytical side works better. Both sides of your brain work in harmony together. So the art will help you study the biology. There you go. And that's coming from a mom.
And you're cooler.
Okay, well, please just ignore him. He's annoying today. Anyway. I don't understand that phrase, helicopter parent. What does that mean? Do they own a helicopter?
It means you're constantly hovering over your kids.
You're making sure that they're okay. And yeah, they're not.
And you know, we absolutely were. You know, we were constantly.
Hey, they never broke a bone, so I will cut you some slack on that one.
We were,
and that's two boys, so knock on some wood there. Yeah. But it's as they've gotten older, we sort of are learning to let go more and let them just do their own thing. We're in a completely different phase of parenting. We are they're on their own. They're adults. They're doing their thing. They're living their life, and they come to us and they go, "Hey, I need money." And that's the phase of life we're in. We're just hemorrhaging money now. So, oh, by the way, that kind of thing. Thank you for acknowledging that, Donna. My grandparents are my parents' anti-role models. It happens in families, and you don't get to choose what family you're born into.
But when you make your own family,
You
you
get
to
to
decide.
pick. No,
Yeah.
when you get to be an adult, you get to decide.
Yeah.
If I could give you guys one piece of advice that I keep looking at in my life and looking back at, I continued to try to make people happy once I became an adult. And that is a mistake that I wish I had not have done. Because once you become an adult, your life is your life. You don't have to make anybody else happy. You do not get to make other people miserable or hurt other people, but you get to pick for your own life. So making other people happy is not your job when you're an adult. It's not. Let's see. We don't read any comics right now.
Yeah, not
at
really.
all. So there you go. Yes, art and writing and music and everything can definitely help with mental health. It's huge for that. It's in my own personal experience, going through COVID and then losing my dad and, just so many things we've been through over the last 4 or 5 years or whatever. Writing in my journal has been therapeutic for me. And I really, really, I highly recommend some sort of that for people for mental health. I think it's amazing. Sarah says all about breaking the cycle. 100%. You take the good, you leave the bad, and you become the person that you want to be. Let's see. Coral Crate says, my teacher for this year told me that even if I forget to add my name on my test, she can tell it's mine because of the doodles in the corner.
That's
See,
cute.
doodles are perfect then. There you go. We are not going to even think about colleges or recommending colleges because we haven't been in like 40 years. So you're going to have to do your research on that. Yeah. What's the best animation art colleges to go to?
I would look at the Academy of Art because they are very closely tied to Pixar. But I would imagine it's pretty expensive. But that's where I went to art school. But that was before they had animation or even computers at the school.
Julia ordered posters with the last drop. They haven't been delivered. Area got hit by the hurricane. I can't do anything about that at all. That is strictly a postal service thing. And the postal service is telling us that there will be severe delays because interruption in service from the hurricane. So once we drop things.
Is there a new hurricane or that the one?
No, it's the one that hit once like a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, okay.
We can't do anything about that. The Postal Service still has on their website that there are shipping delays due to the hurricanes, and we can't do anything about that at all. Once the posters hit the Postal Service, it is completely out of our hands. So, yes, I am the wife, and I am the one talking. Is there a mindset you use that you found super helpful specifically to finish your art?
Yeah, for me, it is to not try to do a gallery piece. 90% of the pieces I do are like this, are practice. Just a practice piece, just for fun. And once you take that pressure off of yourself, that, this is going to be a work of art that everybody's going to see. I think it lets you play around a bit more.
Okay. Gail says, I helicopter parented both of my kids until 6th grade academically. Then the hormones hit and I had to pivot and heavily prioritize their mental health. I sometimes feel like I've still failed them. Gail, that is the sign, I believe personally, of a good parent. Because not that you think you failed, but that you're recognizing that you couldn't do it all and you're still trying to help somehow. And mental health, in my opinion, mental health and the fact that they're good people is more important than academics.
All right, I am going to try
2 cents in the world.
pull a Kim Diaz home.
Uh-oh.
And I'm going to let the shadows bleed into the hair.
Oh, you're watching it here live. Thank you, book lover. We appreciate that. Let's see. Scott has drawn original characters and creatures and all sorts of things.
Yeah,
Ted.
see the guild, see the gothic vampire.
Yep.
You could read my webcomic series, The Dreamland Chronicles. You could watch the movie The Animal Crackers, which I created. I love creating original characters.
Brazen Heart, it says, we lost our power for 5 days in 105-degree heat indexes with no winds last week from the hurricane in Houston. I hope everyone has recovered as well.
Texas has the worst electrical,
they do,
power grids, and they really, with the heats that you guys get and the hurricanes and everything, you guys really need to get some better management of that.
Yep.
That needs to be a priority because too many people are going to die from that.
Why would you want to know what the worst art tip is? Why would you want to know that, Red Chocolate Milk? Why?
I did a video on that. It is called Don't Draw Everything Every Day.
Oh, that's funny.
Because that was one of the worst tips I was seeing was people saying, don't draw everything every day. It's bad for you.
Yeah.
So I made a video on that.
Yeah. Gail, I feel you. I feel you. We're all just doing the best we can, girlfriend. Let's see. I tried gouache a couple times because of you. They weren't expensive, but I just want to thank you for sparking the artist creativity in me I've lost for the last few years. That's Virtual Melatonin.
Fantastic.
That's a great name, by the way. Hudson's back. From what I observed, parenting is like any other relationship in that the most important aspect is communication. My family is very open and we talk about everything. We're very close.
I think that's wonderful.
You are very lucky. I think communication is important.
Yeah.
Very important. Corals Create says, I used to live in Texas, never again.
Yeah.
As a Texan, I can confirm Snowvid was awful and hurricanes are too frequent for our power grids to be the way they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they need to be if you ask me, they need to be owned by the government and run by the people, not by a corporation. Because it sounds like, from what I understand, that it's a corp. Like I know it isn't like most places, like PG&E and whatnot are corporations who can go, oops, sorry, and there's no ramifications. Where I think that if something like the power grid should be something that is paid for by the taxes and
yeah.
But hey, call me a socialist.
You socialist. Liberal socialist.
I just want people not to die when it gets too hot or too cold.
That's too much to ask for.
I know.
I think. Ted has a question. I have a, let me try this again. Ted says, I have a question. How do I unlock more of my imagination because it feels like my mind is limiting?
It is. And if you notice, I very rarely draw out of my imagination, draw out of my head. I get my inspiration from the world around me, or from models, or photographs, or travel, or whatnot. And I think that's something that a lot of young artists forget, is that the Mona Lisa and Michelangelo's David and anything you see from Van Gogh or Monet or not are all taken from models. They had models pose for them, and so if you look at any of the, like, the pre-Raphaelite paintings, or John Singer Sargent or whatever, there's always with models. The pre-Raphaelite paintings are usually based off of poems or old stories, and then they got models. You don't have to be drawing out of your head. So go get inspired by artists, photographers, models, places, people, things. That's really where your inspiration should come from. Don't expect it to just spring out of your head like a mythical beast.
We sometimes go to museums. We go different places, and that helps too.
Yeah.
You know, look at somebody else's art, and you don't even have to physically go anywhere. If you can't go somewhere, if you're not able to drive there or take public transit there, go online, because a lot of the big museums like the Louvre and the British Museum, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, they have, it's 10:30 by the way.
Yay.
They have collections online that you can look at.
Yeah.
And those are very inspiring. And, you know, stories are inspiring, and, you know, it's not limited to where you are in the world.
All right, we're getting there. We're getting there.
We're going to be doing this on Monday, aren't we?
I think so.
I think so too.
And I'm totally okay with it.
As long as you're enjoying yourself.
I'm having fun. I'm going to come in
glad.
with some colored pencils later. I'm going to do some
There he
scribbles.
is.
And
He's
some
gonna
doodles.
noodle,
I'm
people.
going to get the acrylic markers to do some heavy outlines. I might do like a little stencil in the background.
There you go.
But I'm just going to play.
There you go.
And you're all welcome to hang out with me while I do it.
All right. Well, I'm going to go.
Have a wonderful weekend, everybody.
Yeah. And for the first time, I don't have to go run over to Bethany's and ship after a
And remember, if you were planning on getting the Medusa, there are only 40-something left. And then we're not printing anymore. So,
Yeah.
and the buy one, get one sale is still going on.
Yes. And please, for the love of all that is holy, make sure your address is correct. And make sure you check your email, and you will absolutely 100% get a confirmation from your order. Check your trash, check your, maybe
Spam
you
or
used a
whatever,
spam, you used a different email, check that. But please give us your correct address. And you only have to, you don't have to do anything special for the buy one, get one. You just put it in the cart. It will automatically give you the lower price one for free. Just put 2 posters in your cart, and one of them will be free. I promise that's how it works. I promise. So have a great weekend. I'm going to go put my feet up and rest, as Bethany is as well. And we will see you guys on Monday.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.